What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. Happy Saturday, everybody. We got ourselves a quiet little bit of time to go over some things, and I want to go over the tier list yet again because obviously things have changed in accordance to what we are looking at with LENNART specifically. So LENNART now has been fixed. There were a couple of issues. Shout out to Mouse for actually, putting all the effort to finding these things. I don't know if Netmarble would have even found these if he didn't. So again, big shout out to Mouse for that. And this is what I love about the community. We always work together on finding a lot of bugs. We do this on a constant basis. There's still some bugs out there that have not been fixed. For example, the first Strike Barrage Legendary Blessing Stone, still, or Mythic, or whichever one, actually, none of them actually work. And now, of course, we found some issues later. Now, surprisingly enough, Netmarble has gone ahead and actually done the fix right away. Normally, we have to wait till the next patch for the fix to happen. But in this case, they actually went ahead and did it. Now, before we go over the actual tier list, I do want to remind everybody real quick that we of course have the content creator program going on, guys. 3 codes have expired, 3 more are on the way, including 2k essence stones. We got ourselves some mana power extracts and additional things including gold. So make sure if you're not supporting, go click that support button. It's in every single video description, every single comment. It's always linked. Make sure you click, guys. Get yourself some free codes. It's absolutely free to join. And if you're a spender, you benefit me and I benefit you. It works both ways. So make sure you go and do that. Now, before I go on with anything else, also want to show you guys, Netmarble has officially, finally decided to go ahead and show off their new character that's coming out. This is the first collab unit that's been shown. So in July, specifically July 3rd, the new idol character Miyun awaits. All right, so you guys can see here, there's a little bit of a teaser for you right there, right? And you guys can see what she looks like. Let's put the volume into... That shows you guys July 3rd. So July 3rd, guys, we should be seeing ourselves the brand new. Now, there should be another one coming on the way. There should be 2 of these characters coming together. And of course, with that comes the brand new songs that they're introducing. So there you guys go, a little sneak peek. I think I've showed you guys kind of all you need to know in terms of what she looks like. What we don't know, though, is her kit. So, of course, starting on next Wednesday, I'll be hosting the Korean live stream. So come join me live there. They're going to go over the entire collab, and then of course the same day, same night, or maybe maybe even the following week. We'll have to see, because I think she's coming out the following week. We were going to get the live stream for the Sharp live stream, and we can take a look and see what she's all about there as well too. And that's going to be great because we're going to have at least a good chance to see what the characters are going to be like when they come out, including their kits. So whether we're going to see a DPS or a support unit. So don't miss out. Now, while we're at it, I'm on the free-to-play account. I'm going to go ahead and quickly do something that I didn't think I was going to do. But you know what? Something has kind of come over me today. And we'll talk a little bit about LENNART shortly. But we're going to go ahead and buy the... I'm going to go ahead and do it, guys. I think I'm going to do it. I didn't know if I was going to do this. I was really hesitant to. But at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this 2000. I'm going to take the hit here. And we're going to just try our luck. Okay, we're going to try our luck. I've had such bad luck on this account for so long that I'm hoping, because of all my card openings for Final Fantasy and Magic the Gathering, plus now I'm opening up One Piece cards, I'm hoping this actually does kind of give me a hand in regards to getting one of these or even this. So let's just see what happens, guys. Let's just go. Let's just do it. Please don't be Marcus. And this is why, folks, you don't want to gamble. That that hurt a lot. That felt like a kick in the junk. The bad luck continues, ladies and gents. We are not going to do that ever again. I have had the worst, absolute worst luck in this game when it comes down to anything lately. It's like they really hate me. I don't know what it is about Netmarble. Okay, so we've done that. Oh man, that hurts. Okay, let's go back to LENNART. I apologize, guys. Okay, so LENNART's biggest fixes. So we're going to talk a little bit about what the fixes were and what the difference is now. Okay, so first off, LENNART's bug was simple. One of his moves just didn't increase in damage. Also, the buffs from Hansimi and Goto were not actually applying to him. Now that they've actually done that, he is probably comfortably to say the best guild boss out there now. Yes, that's right. Kanae has been replaced now. So yes, she has been power crept by LENNART. I don't know how many banners that was. 1, 2, 3 banners, I guess. So 3 banners. LENNART has in fact power crept Kanae for wind at least. And overall, I can just say overall. And I'll be quite honest, when it comes down to guild boss, he is in fact much better than Cha in guild boss. Although they do put up some big numbers together, Lennart is definitely doing better. Now, when it comes down to the tier list, if we go back to the original tier list that I created last week, because of the bugs, we didn't get to see his full potential, right? So he wasn't showing as good numbers as he would have been if he was actually working. Now, remember, these are bugs. They're not buffs. They didn't buff Lennart. I don't think he needs a buff. This is pretty clear to see. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys real quick where the tier list was last time and where we're going to place him this time. Okay, so you guys can see right here, I'm going to put the video up and we're going to put him right here's my mug. Man, my beard's so black there. Okay, and you guys can see right over here, Lennart was actually an SS. And the reason why, again, is he wasn't competing with these three when it came down to overall damage. Now that they fixed them, to be quite honest, he's actually a triple S unit. I would either put him right beside Cha or sometimes ahead of Cha, depending on the content that you're specifically focusing on. Now, when it comes down to content, as mentioned before, he is actually now going to be a triple S for sure for Guild Boss, triple S for sure for POD, and honestly, he may as well be triple S for WOBL. So where does he really kind of where he's able to falter a little bit? Well, the biggest issue I think that he's going to have is if Mei Yun, who comes out, is in fact a win DPS, she may actually overtake him. And the reason why this is important is because collab units usually come out pretty OP, right? And I hate to say this, but those hunters are probably come out pretty damn powerful, and it's going to make a lot of people want to buy them. So a couple things to note here. He is right now probably, I would say, comfortably the second to first best unit in the game. Very, very close to Cha. Very close. I still think Cha is a little bit better in my opinion, just because she's more self-reliant. But he is no slouch. By far no slouch. The good thing about Cha as well, too, is she is a lot better at a lower advancement rate. So I think advancement 1 or 2, you can use her pretty steadily and do quite a bit of damage, where Lennart kind of goes up a little bit as A3 and A5. So he's a little bit more expensive of a unit overall, but quite honestly, when it comes down to the two of them, they're both really, really good, and so far right now the best units in the game when it comes down to their own respective classes and overall just damage, right? So don't feel like you have to go for him. But if you really want to do well in your guild boss runs, you absolutely should be going for someone like Lennart. But again, a lot of people are very curious about how these new collabs are going to look, and I don't blame you guys. I'm actually very much on the fence. I haven't summoned for him. I could on my free-to-play, but I'm actually skipping him purposely, only because I just don't know what's going to happen next with those collab units, and that's what's going to hold me back. So right now, I actually did get my Hansimi to A5. I actually pulled her yesterday, I believe, or day before, so you guys can see I got her at A5. My Goto is only A1, I believe, so he still has a little bit of work to go, but Lennart would absolutely fit in that team really well. But again, because of the collabs coming out, I'm being very hesitant, right? And the reason why I'm being so hesitant is the power creep aspect, of course, and number 2, the fact that I really do want to get a good support to replace my fire team, because my fire team is almost pretty much ready to go outside of the support unit. So that's going to be the plan. So again, guys, for Lennart, in terms of tier list right now, he has definitely skyrocketed up there ever since the fixes. He's now in triple S. Shout out to Netmarble for at least fixing it earlier than waiting for a whole month. But guys, honestly, like, let's be real, they shouldn't be making these mistakes every single damn patch. Like, every patch that comes out, we are constantly fixing things, or we're constantly finding bugs with these guys, and it's getting up to the point where, like, we've become bona fide testers. I mean, we've been bona fide testers since day one, but it's at the point where we shouldn't be doing this. Like, we should just be able to jump in, enjoy the game, you know, reap the rewards of the characters we summon, and not look like what we do the first time is, what do we do, guys? We go in and we test, right? We do the testing right away, and what do we find? 90% of the time, we find bugs, right? And it's embarrassing to do that all the time for a company. Like, this is not an indie company. This is a multi-billion-dollar company that should be able to fix their crap all the time before bringing it out. Like, at this point, there's a release date. They know what's coming out. They should be able to test. I mean, if you don't know how to test, talk to one of the content creators. Talk to us. We'll show you guys our testing methods, and you guys can do it. Now, of course, they don't test in production like we do. They test in a controlled test environment, so it's a little bit different, but nonetheless, there should be a way to reproduce the production with the same numbers, with the same fights, etc. I just don't think they have the numbers or the willpower to do it. So maybe that's the problem, right? All right, guys. So there you go. That's my take on this. Lennart, definitely triple S. If you plan to summon for him, make sure you have a good Hansi Mi. Make sure you have a good Goto available. But remember, though, if you do plan to summon for him, don't forget the fact that you may see a power creep happen with one of the collab units, because as usual, collab units are fairly big for games, and they usually come out to be pretty OP. They're not spending their money on these collabs not to sell them. They're going to spend money on these collabs to not just sell the image, the character, but also the kit that comes along with it. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the bottom. Do you agree with me? Do you think he's triple S now? And if so, are you going to summon for him, or have you summoned for him? And are you worried about the power creep aspect for the brand new collab units? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.